Welcome back, everybody, to what a week it has been. The week ending October 26th, 2019. Tonight we are having our karaoke party. So that's, I have some friends over, have a Halloween party, and sing some karaoke. Now, the main thing that has happened this week that is not really news is Southern California is on fire. Happens every year, and every year everybody freaks out and cries, "Oh my gosh, this is the worst fire season ever." I think we have like 3 small fires and like 1 big fire going on right now, which is pretty much exactly what happened this time last year and pretty much what happened exactly this time the year before. So no big deal, don't worry folks, we're gonna get through this. People love to blame fires on climate change. They're like, oh, this is because of climate change, we need to get out in the streets and protest. No, it's not about climate change. It's about, in California, it's a desert. And in the desert, stuff catches on fire because there's not enough water. You don't need to take to the streets and block up traffic unless you want to run into this guy.
What's wrong with you people? Seriously. Drive into your convenience, others look behind you.
Take it out.
You gotta go to work. Get the fuck out the way. Get the fuck out the way. Go! Get the fuck out of here. You get the They gotta go to work. Some of these people on the floor. Oh! He took it. This guy, one guy took their side. Sorry. Oh! Whoa.
He took her phone.
Oh!
I mean, she kind of set herself up for that.
There's no reason to block the streets in an effort to try to bring recognition to climate change. We already know carbon's bad. When you cause a traffic jam where hundreds or potentially thousands of cars are sitting there idling, adding more pollution, you are causing a problem. If you want to protest, fine. Do it on the sidewalk. Don't block anybody's walking path. Don't block the streets. Otherwise, you might run into somebody who actually will do something about it. And don't spray paint a mural of some 16-year-old girl who's been brainwashed by her parents to believe that the world is ending. Otherwise, other people are going to spray paint things, and especially don't do it in Edmonton. In Edmonton, Canada, their hockey team is called the Oilers. The last place on earth, other than, I guess, West Texas, is Edmonton, where you want to spray paint a mural of some idiot that doesn't know anything about the world, doesn't know anything about how the climate actually works, because you're going to have people that deface it and use it as a call to arms against you. So here's a little news clip, and I don't even know why everybody's all over this Greta Thunberg. She's 16. She doesn't know anything. So anyway, here's the news clip about how they defaced her mural, and that made news because apparently it was a slow news week.
A Greta Thunberg mural has been defaced with pro-oil messages and slurs days after it was created to honor the Swedish teen following her visit to Alberta. Eyes crossed out and several layers of graffiti painted over the mural, including a French slur.
Here it said, "Stop the lies," and here you can clearly see lies. And then under here it said, "This is oil country."
James Bagnall tells City News it was he who added the English twist to the mural message. For him, it was economically motivated.
Family's been in the oil industry for years, and that's how we've put bread and food on our table.
Since he added his messages, more have been added, including this sexist and derogatory French slur. Bagnall says that was not his work. The mural was created after the Swedish teen came to Edmonton Friday for a climate action march. While thousands of Albertans showed up in support of Thunberg and her message against the oil industry, there were some against what she had to say. A convoy of pro-oil truckers driving through the city and protesters with signs that read, "I Heart Energy." City News reached out to the artist behind the painting, and he's not upset with the graffiti.
The message that was written and the way it was written tells its own story.
AJ Loudon says the point of street art is for people to express themselves. And using this free wall space, they did just that. But this Edmontonian feels people should have been a little more respectful.
Kind of shocked. I didn't expect that even from Edmonton. Certainly not the kind of slurs that we're seeing on this mural.
For Bagnall, he wants to make one thing clear.
I did not write this. I would never take a stab at a child. I only wrote, "This is oil country," and you can see the last bit of the country right here.
In Edmonton, Rochelle Soufi, City News.
Oh, Lori Laughlin, you and Mossimo, I bet you are peeing your little panties right now because you wish that you would have taken the plea bargain instead of, running around and saying, "Oh, well, we didn't do anything wrong." So now they're faced with federal bribery charges because, as it turns out, the USC road team, or whatever the hell you call them, is backed by government grants. And so now this is a federal case. It's a federal felony. But oh, Lori Laughlin, you were going to go to jail for a long time, sweetheart. Had to pay $500,000 to get her 2 daughters into USC and then bragged about it. And they just uncovered an email from Mossimo to his accountant, I guess. And he's saying, well, I kind of had to circumvent the system and get creative with this money. So can you basically bury it somewhere in the taxes? So he's going to face tax fraud too. So anyway, here's a picture of Lori and her 2 daughters that don't deserve to be in USC. So for all of you folks out there whose kids got rejected by USC based on whatever reason, these are the faces of the people that you have to blame for that. Because that's 2 students who should have gotten into USC that didn't. And Jussie Smollett is back in the news. So finally, the voice of reason out of Chicago. Their teachers are on strike because they have a 78% success rate of kids graduating high school after 5 years of 9th to 12th is 4 years. These teachers have a 78% graduation rate after 5 years, and they want a raise because, I don't know, because they're fucking crazy. But the city of Chicago, actually one judge in Chicago rejected the dismissal of Jussie Smollett, saying, "I don't want to pay the $130,000 for all the police work that was involved in investigating his false claims." Look, Jussie, now is your chance to make it up to America, restore your image, get back in everybody's good graces. Just say, hey, look, I'm not going to take this to trial. I'm not going to waste more taxpayer money. What I did was wrong. Here's a $130,000 check to cover everybody. I admit it. I was wrong. Here's the money. Just pay your fucking debt and get over it. Then you lay low for 2 years. Don't tweet. Don't be on Instagram, anything like that. And then get back into it. It's not that difficult. People are not that intelligent. In 12 years, change your name to Jussie Scarlett. And nobody's ever going to even put the 2 together. They don't care. People are very stupid. They have very short-term memories.